let's start talking trades with the Welsh and Joey P. Welsh, who do you have for everybody this week?
Well, you mentioned one of those names. How about we do go look at Joey's favorite AL Rookie of the Year bet and a player that qualifies under the Buy Rangers in Wyatt Langford. Obviously, Langford has started to pick it up. It took him until June to get the first homer that he actually hit over. Well, looking from June 1st on, so we're almost out of the month. So this is like a little over 3 weeks. Wyatt Langford is hitting .310 this month, 2 homers, 6 stolen bases. This is exciting for him too. A 17% strikeout rate compared to the season rate he's had, which is around 20%. He's also been hitting .254 on the year. So Wyatt Langford, not just picking up some of the contact stuff, he's getting the ball in the air. He's doing the Bryce. This is, I call the Bryce Harper thing. When you're not hitting for significant power, you make up for it on the base paths. Bryce Harper did this for like 5 straight years. 1 year, he wouldn't hit for homers. He stole a bunch of bases. Next year, boom, ball is flying. Ball is starting to fly. He's making good decisions. He's hitting the ball and not striking out. And those are the things that are going to put him in the middle of the lineup and going to make him more viable in that Rookie of the Year race. So it is a great time to buy Wyatt Langford still on the cheap, because also we all have that yucky taste of bad prospect production and no one working out. It's also kind of a good time to buy in. You don't need to trade for him, but pick up, as you mentioned, Heston Kjerstad. Number 2, this is another outfielder who I don't think the name wows anybody anymore and doesn't have any excitement, but I think this is a great guy to get small trades done with right now. Washington's Lane Thomas. Thomas has had some injuries this year. He's had kind of a slow start across the year, but since June 1st, that's our marker today, hitting .293, has 5 homers, 2 stolen bases. And you want the epitome of a player that really is 5 tools. And 5 tools, especially in fantasy, is not just power and speed, but someone who's scoring runs, having RBIs. Lane Thomas has the 6th most runs scored, 17, since June 1st, and the 4th most RBI, 18, since June 1st. So he's hitting them in, he's scoring, he's got power, he's running, and he's got batting average. Lane Thomas, a great, probably like outfielder 3 you could buy that's performing at an outfielder 2 cost. Yeah, exactly. And then finally, just a third one. I know we've talked about him a decent amount, Joe, but Hunter Brown with the Astros.
How good has he been the last 3 starts? Oh my God.
And it all tied in to him starting to like take away his fastball, his four-seam usage, and start using the sinker. And the sinker was just giving a different perspective into the zone, throwing it for strikes. It's just done wonders for him. And since that has gone up, June 1st, he has the 5th best K- walk percentage in baseball since June 1st at 24.7. He's got a 10.5 K per 9, an under 2 walk per 9, and a 1.44 ERA since June 1st. You could see that maybe he's a guy that you would want to sell on, except his swinging strike rate is up, the K- walk percentage, the walks are way down. It's not just it's not a vanity line. Like sometimes in short periods of time, guys will have these really cool vanity lines where it's like, ooh, the guy has an under 1 ERA and striking out a bunch. He's not just striking out, but he's also not walking anybody. He's maintaining. He's picking up wins, 3-0 in that period of time. So as much as he feels kind of like the sell, I think he's actually a great buy right now because people don't know quite what to do with him. So again, Wyatt Langford, Lane Thomas, Hunter Brown, those guys are at the tippy top of players I would be trying to go buy right now.
Yeah, and Hunter Brown, last 3 starts, 19 innings, 22 strikeouts, 4 walks, a .47 ERA, and a .95 whip. Talk about turning things around for a guy that got dropped earlier in the year in a lot of leagues. And look, they've had a lot of injuries to this rotation, so he ain't going anyplace. So you don't have to worry about Hunter Brown keeping his job because they've already lost a few starters this year. So Hunter Brown, 100%. You could even, look, I want to say you can get him a throw-in a deal, but in a package deal, I think a lot of people are looking at this and saying it's not sustainable, and it's not. But at the same time, Welsh, you have to look and say something's clicked here for this guy. And if he can continue to have this kind of anything close to this kind of success through the second half of the season, then that is a huge addition for your rotation and for the Astros rotation.
Completely agree. And not that this can happen, but like you can dream of someone having Lane Thomas and Hunter Brown and you trading away kind of a bigger name and performed player to go and get. Those are the two type of players you would want to bring back. I usually am always the advocate. Give me the best player in a deal, especially in a 10-team league, but give me the best physical player. But those are two players that would be really great to go and try to pick in a trade where you're trading away a good player. Those would be the nice buy low candidates.
Real quick, Wyatt Langford deal. What does that look like?
What does it look like?
Yeah, like what kind of package did you put together for Wyatt Langford, just for people real quick? Like what kind of pops in your head?
I think it's got to be like a not a singular trade. I'm not sure you're trading one player. Now, if you were, I think it's a pitcher. If you were doing a 1v1 type of thing, you're trading away maybe a Taj Bradley, and that might be feel like you're selling high a little bit because of the strikeouts, unless he gets blown up today. But trading like a Taj Bradley, good strikeout guy to go and pick up a Wyatt Langford. But I do think it's best suited in a 2v2, or again, you are trading away one player, you're consolidating and you're getting Wyatt and you're getting a Hunter Brown, something like that. And you're trading away, I loosely say this, but like a Max Fried, like maybe that's too much to get Langford and Hunter Brown, but in that general vein, something like that.
There you go, everybody. So go ahead, go to FantasyPros.com too. You can always get extra trade advice there. Adolis Garcia, I would throw into that range too. He's too good of a hitter. It will come back around. He's going to have one of these months where he hits 8 home runs. That's another guy I would throw onto this pile. But those are the trades we're trying to make for Week 14 in Major League Baseball for fantasy baseball. Go, wheel, and deal. Make some trades.